Alright, so today we have a battle against canalninja, and because this was a battle against one of my friends, I decided to invite two of my buddies to do this narration. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and yep. So here they are.
Alright, so we got a 4th gen battle here. This is Bladed Cam 0991.
And this is Canal Wings.
We got a battle here against Canal Ninja.
Canal Ninja, he's a real cool dude, and most importantly, he's
MLG. Alright, so let's do this. Yeah. I'm starting out of my Smeargle, but as soon as I see that Starmie, I'm out of there.
Yeah, 'cause that Starmie probably got a scarf, and we don't want that.
So I go to my Snorlax, 'cause he's MLG, and Starmie thinks he can get out. But Snorlax is just too MLG to handle. Oh!
Yeah, baby, I'm loving that early game sweeper takeout. Yeah.
So in comes his Uxie, and I'm thinking Trick is coming. But it don't matter, 'cause I got my boy Smeargle ready to trap that Uxie into Trick. So I'ma use this opportunity to set up some early game spikes, baby. And he stays in, probably predicting the Spore. So I get 2 layers up. Yeah, baby. So in comes this Dragonite, and I don't want nothing to do with this beast. So I'm switching out ASAP. But this Dragonite is Epic Pro and T-Waves my Rotom. So now Rotom is pretty much useless because it's paralyzed and scarfed. Shit. So he switches out, predicting the Trick, but I go for the Will-O-Wisp like a pro, and I miss like a noob. But he figures out rocks are more important than an unburned Uxie, so he stays in and sets up some rocks. Now Uxie's burned, and he goes into Blaziken, predicting me to stay in and keep using Will-O-Wisp. So I go out to my Dragonite, and he predicts a switch, but it's still not very effective because he uses Superpower, which is kind of pro because he uses a Superpower on my Ghost, because he's crazy like that. So he goes to his Tangrowth, and his Tangrowth got a new haircut. A very sexy haircut.
Sexy indeed, brah. Anyway, I just roost off that damage because I'm tired of seeing that yellow bar. And then I go to my Rotom predicting some type of powder attack. So in comes his Uxie after he misses. And I'm obviously going to try and burn that Tangrowth. But I don't. I use Shadow Ball because I see that switch coming.
Epic Pro prediction.
That's why we're MLG, bro. Too bad not as MLG as that Dragonite, cause that Shadow Ball does jack shit.
This is some bulky Dragonite.
Now I figure I'm pretty much useless, so I stay in and keep using Shadow Ball to get it down to at least half. But I get paralyzed. So I keep using my Shadow Ball and he keeps using Dragon Claw. And I'm like, whatever, I can beast that. It's okay. So now I keep using my Shadow Ball, and I see he's getting close to half, so I'm getting kind of happy here. But then he just roosts off that damage, and I'm like, oh man, this Dragonite is kicking my ass. Now, I use some more Shadow Ball here,
but it don't matter that he used Roost, because we did that Shadow Ball, and it got that game-changing defense drop.
Yeah, that special defense drop. So my Rotom goes down, and that Dragonite barely has a scratch on it. So now I'm worried, and when you get emotional you make mistakes. So I use Spore because I'm like, oh shit, I better put this to sleep. But he switches in the obvious move Uxie and it fails. And I'm like, damn, what a pro prediction.
Yeah, and you were epic noob to leave it in because now it's useless.
Yeah, well, what can you do, man? Sometimes shit happens. So I stay in and keep sporing because I don't want anything else paralyzed. And if he decides to switch, something's going to sleep. Now if he decides to stay in, it'll burn. The burn will slowly kill him. So it's win-win by staying in right now.
More like win, not win, because you're still paralyzed.
I meant after the paralyzation.
Yeah, after your epic new play.
Yo, shut up. Anyway, in comes his baller new haircut ready to stomp my shit to the ground. But I live and get a Spore off, so that's tight.
So yeah, he's still got a Dragon on his team and a few pokes we haven't seen yet. So we send a Napoleon to get some late game rocks up, while this Tangrowth just takes a nice nap. So there we are, we used those rocks, and now my Napoleon is about to be a mad boss, just watch. So he uses Roar, and in comes his Yanmega. Oh, massive stealth rock damage.
Aw, yeah.
So I know this guy can't do shit to me, so I roar him out, so next time he switches in he gets fainted, as you're gonna see later on in the game. Anyway, in comes his Dragonite.
His boss Dragonite.
Yeah, shit. This thing is starting to annoy me already, damn.
So what are you gonna do now, huh?
So I send in my Smeargle right now as death fodder, cause it's useless when it's paralyzed thanks to Canal Wings' epic plays earlier.
Don't lie. You were trying to send it in because you thought Smeargle was bulky enough to take a Dragon Claw.
Haha, yeah, definitely that's exactly what I wanted to do. So now we send in a Snorlax cause he's bulky for real. They can take a Dragon Claw easy. But he's afraid and switches in his Yanmega's death fodder.
Yo, this Yanmega didn't even get to do a single move this game because we pro. We MLG here.
And after that thing faints, he's gonna send in his Tangrowth. Now his Tangrowth is sleeping, but it's gonna sponge everything we got, so we gotta get out of here and go to that Empoleon. But he wakes up and Leech Seeds us.
Aw damn, now we Leech Seeded. He's gonna take our health every turn, man. What are we gonna do now? And look, all that Stealth Rock and Spike's damage is all gone. Now he paralyzed us too. Damn.
We're gonna roar this son of a bitch out of here.
Into his Dragonite.
God damn it.
Yeah, so I think you're gonna have to stay in and roar him out. Or what you gonna do, man? What you gonna do?
So we decide to stay in because we're gonna roar that thing out again. But he uses Earthquake. And we take it because we're bulky. We're bulky Empoleon. Just check out that bulky Empoleon damage. Then we roar this guy out because we don't want to deal with him right now, and in comes his Blaziken. But even though he gets hurt by Spikes and Stealth Rock, we still end up dying due to the Leech Seed. And the Leech Seed pretty much makes all our efforts useless in weakening this guy with Spikes and Stealth Rock. Anyway, we go down, and in comes Machamp to whoop some ass. Now Machamp, he's real bulky and he takes a Flare Blitz. Because he thinks, Blaziken thinks he can kill us. But we're specially evolved to be more bulky than the average Machamp. So we dynamic punch him back and down goes Uber Salsa. He ain't doing the dance no more. Now that his Blaziken is down, he's gonna send in his Tangrowth. Now Tangrowth thinks it's faster, but we just hit it. We hit it with some dynamic punch. Hit him with that punch. And after that punch hits him and confuses him. New haircut can't handle it because it's got the hair in its way now. We messed up its hair. So it gets confused and hits himself. So we hit him with another punch. Hit him that punch one more time and down goes Tangrowth. So in comes his best Pokemon on his team, the Dragonite. Of course, it's the last Pokemon we gotta take down. So he's gonna use that roost to see how much dynamic punch does. Because he probably thinks we're gonna use like Ice Punch or something. But we just keep using that punch. And that punch, it does about, like, not even half of his health, which sucks big balls. So we're gonna keep using that punch until this Dragonite hits us, and it does on its first move, and it gets through the confusion. But it don't matter, because in comes our own Dragonite, and this Dragonite's gonna use Outrage, and that's the battle, because we win after this. Yo, good game, Canal Ninja. Yeah, good game, Canal Ninja. And, deuces.
Alright, so that was the battle. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a special narration. Just so you guys know, I'm not trying to mock you or anything. I was just having some fun with the narration. You guys, Canal Ninja said he wanted a special battle and make this the best one. So I did a imitation of their channel. It's not the best. I mean, my voices weren't perfect because I'm not that good at voices to begin with. But anyway, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the battle and stay tuned for later ones.